It will take a second. Welcome back to Disabled DM. I'm German D&D, and you are joining us for Fairy Tale Adventures, Episode 3. Tonight with me, I have Mary, Vladimir, Samuel, Dylan, Tina, and Turley. So I'll allow each of them to go around and introduce themselves, plug in the channels they wish, or groups. So Mary, let's begin with you.
Okie dokie.
And also include your characters, stuff like that.
Alright. Hey, I'm Mary Chris, and I am a nanny by day and artist by night, and today I am going to be playing Melanie Bellrue. She is a bard who's taking on some training as a paladin, and so hopefully tonight she will continue on that endeavor and become more awesome.
Awesome. Vladimir, you're up.
Hello, I'm Vladimir. I'm everyday writer, and I'm playing my character Henrik Vex, the Messenger. He is a warlock who seeks revenge, or more or less, and he has some fun too, killing all his own teammates and children, mostly children.
Awesome. Samuel, you're up.
Tonight I will be playing Drask Fint, the half-orc wizard. Yeah, he's pretty much just a fighter in sheep's clothing, walking around in his typical black and red robes with the bat on the end of his staff, hitting things as hard as possible.
Okay. Awesome. Dylan, you're up.
Howdy, howdy. My name is Dylan. I'll be playing Zertork, made up name. Didn't have enough time to make up the name. He's a half-dwarf barbarian, half-healed dwarf barbarian, and that's about it.
Awesome.
And he's level 5.
Awesome. Tina, you and Turley are up.
Okay, I'm Tina Turley. I will be playing, I don't have any channels to plug, I'm just here to play. I'm playing the Sun Elf Ace. She is an elven wizard, spell sword, so she will be kicking booty up there with the fighters, which is something that's not common among the mage types, so I hope to take some names and write down some numbers.
Awesome. And who will Turley be playing tonight?
I am playing Ricky, the half-elf arcane trickster.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, do me a favor, and those of you who have access to chat, write down your character name, AC, and passive perception.
Okay, let me write down my character's name and open up my character's PDF file. I almost forgot what it was called. Sorry, did not have my cappuccino yet.
Oh, that happens.
Yeah, not doing this right. Where's the little, looks like the yellow thing. Passive perception, right?
Yeah, AC and passive perception, along with the name.
Okay, I got the name. I can resend the name if you want me to.
Yeah, it needs to be in the group chat.
Yeah, I did.
Hangouts.
Yeah, I did. I just sent it single, and then I went to open up my chat. I'm gonna type my PDF file for my character.
Okay, because I'm not seeing it.
14. And you said
You got
ACE, right?
AC and your passive perception.
Where's AC at? I'm still trying to find it.
Okay. Ember is playing grass.
I found my passive perception. I just kept on my AC. Is that my charisma?
No, it's whatever gear you have should affect your AC.
Oh, my gear.
But since I'm not looking at your sheet, I don't know where it will be on your sheet.
So since we use a different thing for me, I have to look on my notepad, huh?
I don't think so. AC should be on your character sheet.
Yeah, but remember we used GrimmDark?
Yeah, that shouldn't have changed to your AC.
Because the equipment that I have is I got GP, CP, SP, EP, GP, and PP.
That's your money. AC should be in at the top of the sheet, up by your name, your level, or your
Oh,
rank, all that.
CP.
Bellamy, does Messenger have another name, or is that all he's known
Oh,
by?
yeah, here. How would I name him? Okay.
Are you saying XP?
AC.
I'm trying to find it because I see player name, experience points, background,
Your
alignment.
armor class, Dylan.
Oh. Hey, Messenger, can you do me a favor?
Yeah. So what is it?
Can you shoot me?
Can I what?
Can you shoot me?
Well, I don't have. I mean, I can stab you. It's not a problem. But what?
Okay, her name.
Okay.
Okay, Melanie is 14 AC, 12 passive perception. Okay. Rask is 13 AC, 9 passive. Amber take average hit point.
Okay, I did.
AC.
Okay.
Here I
Ricky,
come. Hold on.
14, 12 passive.
15.
Ace is 14, 12 passive.
15. Here I come. Sorry for being a noob, everyone.
Oh, it's okay. Messenger, what is your AC and passive perception?
My AC is 15, and my passive perception is 12.
Okay.
I don't
And-
perceive things. I kill things.
Okay, I have everyone except for Dylan's character.
Did you get mine? I just posted it in the chat.
No,
Really?
it's not
I
a
got
single
on my email.
from you in the chat.
Yeah, I got on my email. Zoturk, passive perception. 14
I just sent
AC
Pat.
15.
Okay, Bellamy, could you type it in for him into the chat?
Yeah, just a moment. Zoturk, if I did it's nice. PP 14, AC 15.
Okay, thank you.
Because I don't know why it's not going through for y'all.
I don't know. It may have something to do with you're on a mobile phone and not.
Stop rubbing it in, Jaren.
I don't know. Mobile phones are really picky on Hangouts. So.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so I have everyone's AC and passive perception now.
So you even got mine now, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I do not
So
feel like
we are
typing.
so we are ready to begin. And
Onward to the path of awesomeness. Are we ready now?
you guys are all in the town of Starburn. And there is a rumor going around about the princess's birthday. And that there's to be a huge costume ball.
Oh, fun. A ball.
Each of you receive a summons. However, the summons from the king appears to be a rather strange because it is delivered by cats and it is written on a leaf.
Original, okay.
So, Melanie, as you see this cat with this leaf in its mouth out, what are you going to do?
Well, if it's just a cat happening to just trot on by with this leaf in the mouth, she'll probably just kind of look at it. If the cat's coming up to her and kind of rubbing on her and whatnot, she'll reach down, pet it, and kind of pull from its mouth, take a look at what this leaf thing is. If yeah.
On the leaf, you see it's addressed to you, and it says King Orteg Richard is you to attend an audience with him this evening at his castle regarding a possible job.
Well, can't refuse the king, I guess. Might as well go check it out and yeah.
You also know from these rumors that tonight is the costume ball for the princess.
Okay. She will be sure to dress accordingly.
Okay.
But she'll try and first go and see the king before this ball thing, just to make sure, because she might not even like the invitation is for her to go see the king, not go to the ball. So yeah, she's going to focus on going to the king first, and if he wants her at the ball later, okay, she'll be sure to dress appropriately, accordingly.
Why don't you give me some kind of
Hey,
insight?
do me that, okay, Jim? Please, I think I'm doing something right quick.
Okay.
Insight check, sure thing. How about 17?
Okay, you kind of gather from the rumors and kind of the time set on this invitation that you are to meet with him during the ball.
She will go and dress accordingly and be very prompt. Yeah, so she'll finish up playing on her beautiful lyre and kind of pocket up all the coins that she has and go about making preparation so that way she's not just in her plain traveling gear. Prestidigitation all over. Clean her up. There we go.
Awesome.
Hello?
Welcome back.
Thank you,
Messenger.
sorry about that.
Yes.
The same thing happens with you. You see a cat approach you, has a leaf in its mouth, and it seems to be kind of looking up at you, expecting you to take the leaf.
I gingerly take the leaf, and other hand preparing if she do anything, and look at this leaf.
Okay, as you do so, it's it's addressed to Hernick Vex X, and it says you're to meet the king for a possible briefing on a job, and it tells you what time to be at the castle. And much like Melanie, you know it would occur during this ball with the princess.
Time to dress nicely.
Now, come on, Coco.
Yeah, I'm gonna dress all red, just all red, with nice clothes.
Okay.
Hey, no stealing Valet's colors. She don't want to match you. Child killer.
Are you wearing red too?
Yeah, actually, I'll post the picture.
Yeah, because I didn't hear it, so sorry.
Okay.
And mask and the smiling face mask. It's
So,
perfect.
Rask, much like those you see this cat approach you with the leaves.
I politely take the leaf from the cat and say, "Thank you, kind kitty. You don't mind leaving my home now." And he'll go and politely go and undress and modestly dress in his most lavish clothing, which is very, very nice silken robes that are gold and blue.
Awesome. The cat leaves, and you look at the leaf, you see it's a summons from the king as well.
Yeah, he would do that after having read it, of course. But and after he's all ready, he'll neatly fold up his black and red robes and kind of tuck them away in his backpack and start heading that way just in case. Kind of getting a feel for the situation, kind of know who's coming and all that. He wants to know who shows up to this party before it kicks off.
Ace and Ricky. Much like the others, you both see a cat with a leaf in its mouth.
Okay, so Ricky is currently tending to family. However, I will go ahead and parlay both of us. They are half sisters, and they're walking along a forgotten trail. They're both dressed very similar. One has her hood down, the other has her hood up. One has blades on her sides, weapons, all sorts of dangerous stuff that a sneaky sort might have. But there's also poultices and scrolls littering both of their guards as well. The more stockier one that doesn't seem to have any weapons on her except for a dagger on the small of her back, she'll step forward and she will look down and she'll simply like flick her wrist and the leaf will float up from its hand or float up from its mouth into her hand.
Okay. And looking at this leaf, you see that it's addressed to both of Ace and Mickey. And it is a summons regarding a personal job or mission from the king. And it gives you a time and the location of the castle.
Is it a human king?
You believe so. You guys are new to town, so you haven't really intermingled with the upper class. But it seems like the majority of this city is human. There are some scattered elves, dwarves, and other races, but humans are clearly the dominant
My character,
population.
the leaf would float into her hand. Her eyes would quickly scan it over. Like she would have just briefed at it and was like, and she would have just like she would have scoffed at it and like flicked her hand, and the leaf would have floated over to Ricky, and you'd see the invite. It seems the humans need our help. Do you feel sympathy for them?
I suppose.
She would sigh. Very well. They both turn around and start walking the other way.
Okay. Okay. And Zuturk, you have a cat approach you almost hesitantly with a leaf in its mouth. And it just kind of drops the leaf at your feet and backs up pretty quick. Almost as if it's scared of you.
Sorry, if you saw me chewing, I was sniping on something. I pick up the leaf, look at the invite, wondering what it was.
It seems to be an invitation to talk to the king of this city, or kingdom, regarding some kind of job. It doesn't really mention what the job is or any kind of reward. You would assume that would be discussed at the meeting.
Okay, he shrugs his shoulders, went towards the kingdom, like he doesn't have nothing really else to do after. But before he does that, he grabs a thing of milk and poured it down for the little kitty.
Okay, the cat slowly walks up, kind of sniffs it, watches you for a moment, then starts to drink the milk.
And I'll shrug my shoulders and walk towards the kingdom.
Awesome. So you guys all make your preparations, and you wait till almost time to meet the king. Is there anything any of you wish to do in the meantime, such as talk to maybe some of the town folk?
I actually, for Melanie even, the idea is that she'd probably try and also pitch that she could perform if that is something needed, or like to kind of see what entertainment will be at the ball.
Okay, you're asking around, and it seems they have hired a traveling troupe of birds. Some different performers.
A big break just slipped through my fingers, whatever. Okay.
I would like to get some information who is gonna be on this ball and potential subjects for
Yes.
informations.
You're asking to simply wait for people to show up at the event.
Okay.
Probably doing minor prestidigitation tricks, shooting sparks for people as they come in, and drying people off. Might have spilled something on themselves prior in that day or something, you know. Just helping out.
Okay. Messenger, you talk to several people throughout the day, and you gather that pretty much all of the nobles will be there for the princess's 16th birthday.
I'm gonna, just in case, get thieves' tools.
Okay. And give me some kind of investigation check
Let me
X to
see.
determine if you hear some additional rumors or not.
Let me see. Investigation -1. Okay. 12.
Okay. You don't really hear any other rumors. However, as you're going throughout the town, you have noticed there are no spinning wheels of any kind. So obviously they import their fabric.
And I will do the same as the messenger did.
Okay. So Zurich, you are walking around. You hear basically the same rumors as about the nobles will all be attending. And a lot of the wealthy merchants will be attending this ball. Oh. However, you also hear a rumor that it said that the princess has become quite a beautiful young lady. So much that her fame is spreading to other kingdoms. And give me an investigation check as well.
So what dice roll do I need? A D20?
It's a D20 plus whatever your modifier for investigation is.
Mine is a -1. Sadly. Okay, roll dice. Ooh. That would be a 5.
Okay, you do not pay anything else of interest. Ace and Ricky, is there anything you would like to do before or it's time to go to the castle?
Well, I mean, Ricky would be probably just curious out of the intrigue. She's been hanging with her sister for quite a while, and I'm sure she's getting kind of tired of her, so she will use her roguish abilities and sneak around and listen in on conversations, seeing if there's any good gossip.
Okay, give me an investigation roll.
Please don't kill my roll. I can't believe I'm pulling sucky rolls again.
20 total for her.
Okay, you hit pretty much the same rumors that Messenger and Zurta occurred. However, you also heard two additional pieces of information. One is that a witch has cursed the kingdom, and that before the stroke of midnight on the princess's 16th birthday, she is said to prick her finger on a spinning wheel and fall into a deep sleep, and the entire kingdom will be put to sleep as well.
Okay, she'll come back and share this information with Ace, and Ace will simply keep mental note of it, but they'll meander slowly to where they're supposed to be.
Okay, the second piece of information that you pick up on is that it seems the kingdom has been having some trouble with ogres, and that the king has been looking for people to handle the ogres because his soldiers aren't doing the job beyond protecting the town.
Mm.
So the time comes for this is for all. Oh, Melanie, a you approach the castle, or it's just shortly, maybe an hour or so before you're supposed to meet the king. You see a large carriages coming up to the castle, nobles getting out, dressed in fine costumes, masks over their eyes, and they're heading inside. What did you do?
I think she's going to go on in. Might as well just kind of take in the view, just kind of familiarize with people in a way. If anyone asks if she's doing this, she'll just hold up the leaf like, I'm here to see the king. And just kind of, no, she would actually, that would be one of the first things. As she goes, she is going to look for like, who would be in charge, like the butler or something, person who would kind of liaison the whole, that you can go meet the king now. And so.
Yes. You do see a butler seems to be kind of ordering a staff of servants around. You see a bunch of nobles, including a very beautiful elven hermit standing nearby.
Okay.
You, your eyes also catch that there are several birds off to one side playing softly.
Okay. I think she's first going to introduce herself to the butler, let him know why she's there, and if he has her wait, she'll go over and first the bards and kind of do like oh, so what kind of instrument do you play? Well, this is my instrument. Well, what songs do you know? Well, this is what I know. And just kind of like basically just communicate with them, do the whole just kind of just sharing in their town.
Okay. The but at the looks at the leaf says, "Ah, madam, I see you are here to meet with the king. He will be granting an audience for those summoned in roughly an hour. In the meantime, please feel free to take advantage of the party and the celebration. Eat, drink, for this is a merry day indeed."
And she'll very politely just give a small courtesy, just like, indeed, thank you for your hospitality. And she'll go mingle with some other musicians. Let's go.
You do so, and you guys are exchanging little bits of songs and stories, and you're listening. They seem pretty skilled at what they're doing.
You guys, are you guys like the main performers for the king, or is this just a gig that you just happened to land when you got into town? Or are you from town?
One of them speaks, an older lady. Well, dearie, you see, it's a tradition that we play her every year.
Nice. I have yet to land me a gig, but that's awesome. That's awesome. I every year, just the once a year, or that's it.
It's on special occasions, dearie. But the birthday celebration is consistent work for us.
Oh yes, birthdays. Those tend to happen once a year, don't they? All right, cool. And she's like just kind of using her lyre and whatnot. It's like, yeah, I did quite a bit. I travel around with my music, and so I've yet to have a consistent or a reoccurring gig.
Okay.
Anyways, that's basically what she's doing right now.
Yeah. Messenger, you are walking into the castle. You see the nobles. Some are still arriving. Some are already gathered. What are you doing?
They're dancing, or
There does not appear to be anyone dancing yet. They're just kind of standing around, different groups talking to each other.
well, I'm gonna try to find the female with most jewelry on herself.
You see that there are several nobles that are ladies that are heavily burdened. However, a very beautiful elven woman catches your eyes. Not because she has a lot of jewelry, a type things and decorations on, but simply because of the beauty and what uh, decoration she is wearing seems to be extremely exotic.
Just to be sure, this isn't the princess.
You are almost positive this will not be the princess.
Well, I'm gonna go chat with
To be
her.
much older than 18.
Oh, perfect.
Let's
I'm
say.
I'm going slowly.
perfect.
I'm gonna slowly go to her with the drink and start chatting with her to know her more.
Okay. She
By the way, Messenger, love your accent.
She he looks up to you, says, "Ah, hello, oh darling. I am Esmeralda. Who might you be?"
Hello, Miss Merida. I'm Henrik. Henrik Wex, the adventurer.
Henrik, you say. An awful strong name.
Well, I gave it to myself.
She kind of giggles slightly at this, obviously amused at the thought of anyone naming themselves.
A real man has its name.
She kind of eyes you, said, "So tell me, darling, what brings you to this lovely party tonight? You
Well,
don't look like you often attend these kind of events."
yeah, that's correct. I'm more as a. I heard that here are gonna be some nobles, and I just wanted to see them because I'm. Let's be honest. I'm here just to dance a little because I'm always at home. So I'm just trying to find the beautiful ladies to just dance with them.
Well, darling, make sure you save a dance for me.
That's why I came here to you first.
She kind of giggles, or kind of turns right, goes, I must speak with some of the others here. Pardon me, but we shall talk later.
I can't wait. To the next one.
You go around introducing yourself, and it kind of getting this a reaction. All the nobles seem kind of standoffish. It's something about you is clearly out of place to them.
Yeah, I have the mask.
Yeah, I have the mask.
It doesn't seem to be so much the mask because you look around and you see several people are wearing masks. It's just something kind of how you carry yourself.
It's the
Like
red.
you're not you're not used to this
You're
kind
the
of
red
event.
Well, I'm gonna go to the bartenders and start a little drinking.
Okay,
Oh,
you
crap.
see some
Oh,
of the
crap.
servants carrying around food and what appears to be goblets of wine, and they're just passing them out. So you do this as Drask. What are you doing as you see all these people going in? Some of them have been watching your little magic tricks outside.
Um, Realizing that I'm completely underdressed, that I have no costume, I'm going to immediately look around and I see a small vendor across the road, a halfling actually, but literally a small vendor. But I walk over. They're actually selling really piss poor costumes. Like one of the objects that he's selling is actually a hog nose, and I'm going to purchase that from him as well as a set of horns. I'm going to put those on in combination, so I look like a devil pig.
Point,
Okay.
point. From hell.
Yes, definitely not the best costume you've ever seen, but it should be adequate.
And I'll give him
Anyone?
a gold for that and thank him, and then I'll head inside. Just being as polite as possible, trying to not make any ruckus at all, just observing the room.
Yes, you see a couple people standing out. There's the elven and women in a beautiful green gown that appears to be talking to a young man, and there is what appears is to be a bird in partial armor or sorry, a red dress. She wouldn't be in her armor.
With random black and white feathers. What the hey?
And she appears to be talking to this troupe of musicians who are playing the instruments. Some of them are singing.
I'm definitely going to go over and start listening to music. Just trying to stay out of the way of the people that are talking. He's very quiet and shy. This really isn't his thing. He's just here to observe.
Okay, so you do also, Melanie, you notice this man approaching in kind of quiet and just listening, almost as if he's lost in the music.
I can see her after like maybe a minute or two. If he kind of lingers about, she just kind of pause and look at him and say, "Do you have a request?"
Yes, actually. So this is supposed to be a ball. What sort of music do they play at these things? I've never been to one before.
Melanie just kind of gets this, does her best to like stop her face, but just kind of gives like head, and she just relaxes and just goes kind of songs that have the meters to the type of dances that they want to do. So waltz, folk dance. I'm not sure what these are the ones who will be entertaining. I'm just here on the king's behalf, so you'll have to, I guess, ask them what they will be playing.
Right. You're kind of filling him in, and as Ace and Vicky, hey, you you guys approach this castle. You see what looks like it's extremely well lit. Looks like most of the nobles have already gone inside, but there are still some coming that seem to be fashionably late. What uh, does Ace and Mickey want to do?
For one, do any of these people seem to be dressed in elven fashion?
You have not noticed in any a per se elven in fashion. You have seen some elves dressed as more in human nobility, maybe as if they're trying to fit in better. And if you go inside, you can survey the nobles that have arrived before you did. No problem. We'll give her a second to get back.
Okay, I'm back.
Well, she was back.
Yeah, okay, I'm back. Not.
Man, they need to invest in better internet.
Yeah.
Are you back for real this time?
Maybe.
Sorry.
Anyways,
Oh,
so
no problem.
none of them are really wearing elven fashion.
None that you've seen. However, you do know many nobles have arrived before you got her. So perhaps going inside to look around would you
It's
might
like a mask
so.
stall nearby.
There is a costume store nearby.
Okay, so
It appears to be run by a halfling.
okay, fair enough. Don't mind those little people. She would go in and she would try to pick out a decorative-looking mask for the two of them to share. The same style.
Yeah,
Okay.
style, not like
You do see there are a couple that appear to just cover the eyes, but they appear to be designed in looking like leaves and berries. It's
Very elven.
around
Okay,
their eyes.
we'll take them. So slaps down the copper pieces, gives Ricky her masks. She slips hers underneath of her hood and makes her way to the party.
Awesome. And I assume both of you are going in together.
Yeah.
Awesome. You, looking around, you see a bird in a red dress, talking with a gentleman and in some robes, near the musicians that are performing. You see another young man kind of circulating the room, in a full face mask, and he seems to be getting kind of the cold shoulder from almost everyone here. And he just carries himself like he's out of place. And you see a middle-aged elven woman in a very beautiful oak green gown. And looking at the gown and the jewelry that she has on, They are clearly elven and made.
Ah, family. Character would walk over to her.
Okay. It breaks up her conversation with a young human male. Says, my name is Esmeralda. Who might I have the pleasure of addressing?
Ace curtsies. Ace. And she looks over to,
And I do the same.
what do you say?
Ricky is my name.
Okay, you're chatting with Esmeralda, and she is quite clearly what the two of you would know to be a matriarch.
Oh, wow.
Very much a noble of the elves. But she doesn't seem to have a problem with you, the both of you not being of the nobility of the upper caste, which is a little bit unusual. Most elven nobles do kind of have a offstandish attitude towards those of lower caste. But she's quite friendly, and she just chatted, telling you some about the different forests around her in this kingdom. Tells you of a very beautiful lake with a waterfall. And just small bits and pieces. And then we have Zoturk. It is almost time for the meeting with the king, and you are running quite late, having lost track of time as you approach the castle. Oh,
I hate
so as you walk in, you can see people are talking. There's what looks to be three elves talking. One a very beautiful middle-aged elven woman in a green gown. There's a young man with a mask, kind of mingling among the crowd. There's a lady in a red dress talking to a gentleman and some robes over near the musicians. So, what would you like to do as you wait for the king to make an appearance or to be ushered in to talk with him?
Can I do an investigation roll
Sure. What are you going to investigate?
to see what this meeting is about?
Okay, so are you going to try to talk to people? You do see servants running around carrying drink and food.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Sure.
You gotta be kidding me. I got a 4 altogether.
Okay, no one seems to really know what your invitation's about. out just that the king has an audience with some of travelers tonight.
Go ahead.
So we will be taking an approximately a 3 to 5 minute break, so people can refill their drinks, use the restroom, stuff like that. So I will be back in a few minutes.
Oh, forgot to mute myself.
So far, so good, everybody. We're in the castle.
Yep.
No one's
Yep,
died
yep.
yet.
Don't tell the messenger that.
Right? Oh, man. Bellamere and I are having so much fun drawing in the Roll20 app.
Hey, found the pussy.
Prestidigitation is such a wonderful thing.
Come here, kitty. Come here, kitty. Come here, kitty.
Why are you naked? Oh, you're not naked.
Hold on. Let me go back to my camera. If I can. Hold on. Say hello to my little pussy. Where was he? Oh.
Okay, I'm back for whoever's still here. Okay, awesome.
The half-orc that wants to be a elf is here too.
Awesome. So what did you guys think so far?
Hey, let me heat something up and then I'll join y'all back. In
Oh,
a
it's so
little bit.
good. I'm enjoying the. I know what fairy tale it is.
Yes, I saw the recognition on your face. I saw that.
And so far, Melanie, everything's pretty smooth sailing. It's going great. Of course, nothing horrible is going to happen.
We shall see.
It was like, we can do this. We can do this. We can get through a whole session without her angsting. We can do this.
And we have a viewer. So I'm gonna pull up my chat.
Where's the chat at, brah?
Bro.
It's my YouTube chat.
I'll have to
For the
look on
live stream.
YouTube. Man.
Yeah, I actually have it opt out. So I'm wondering who the viewer is, because as soon as I said, okay, as soon as I said welcome, they have opt out and then back in. So whoever's viewing it, welcome.
I don't know how to do the chat. Sorry.
We're currently taking a small break in our session.
I can play music. Look, entertainment. La, 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 la.
And, and so far, session is going pretty good. Good. So, do any of the players have any questions or comments they'd like to make while we're on break?
Oh, no break. Sorry, my monitor was freezing all the time, so I need to adjust it.
Yeah, we took a couple minute break while that was happening.
Okay, I
Refill
thought.
our drinks.
Oh, I
And
thought I did something, but
stuff like that.
yeah. uh,
That's good to hear that Tina and Toby are doing good. We don't get much of a chance to talk outside of session. The life of a busy DM.
I need to be artist. I mean, that's beautiful.
I am curious who's viewing because we have people popping in and out, and we were up to 2 people for a moment. But no one said anything in the chat, so.
Except for you, remember, Shade.
Yeah, so whoever's watching, we appreciate it, and those who catch this as a video, we appreciate that too. Okay, so everyone is back. We can get started. I'm gonna leave my camera off for a couple minutes. And you guys are mingling with various people in this what appears to be a birthday party for the princess.
Hello?
Hel-
Sorry about that. I couldn't find what I wanted to eat, and my sister and her boyfriend had some crappy Mexican food.
Okay.
Quite
So
a blast.
we are getting back to the session. And so, Melanie, you've pretty much been hanging around the whole time, talking to this man who appears to be interested in the music. When the butler approaches you, Obo, and
She would both take a moment to be like, by the way, I'm Melanie. What is your name? And introduce herself to the other character.
okay.
Hide the screen. Hide it.
And I believe that it is Rask she is talking to.
Yep. And he's just kind of nodding and trying to understand. And he's currently made his way around to the backside of the stage where he's currently shooting off stars from behind the band, trying to draw attention to him.
Okay. And you see people are starting to pay attention to the music, and it looks like they're gonna be starting dancing soon.
Hot! Son of
And-
a gun, that was hot.
And the butler approaches Melanie and Rask and says, "The king is waiting in the library. Please follow me. We have a few others to pick up."
Oh, okay. And she'll gather herself up.
Right.
Thank the musicians for letting her play with them a little bit, um, and carry herself behind the butler and let whoever he needs to go get whoever else he needs to get.
Drask lifts up the false pig nose so he can speak more clearly and says, "There's going to be tea back there." He puts it back down as he starts to follow.
Okay. So you guys are following the butler, who approaches the messenger, and says, "Sir, if you don't mind, follow us. The king will see you now."
Oh, sure. Just, okay, no problem, sure.
The messenger steps in line. You notice the woman in red and the man in robes have followed the butler as well. He then leads you guys over to where the three elves are talking, and he looks at the two younger ones and says, "Pardon my interruption, but the king is ready to speak with you. Please follow us."
Is that supposed to be for me?
That would be Ace and Ricky.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We would, my character, of course, when he says young ladies, my character would just kind of like look at him with this like really look on her face. She's like, I'm probably 4 times your age. She doesn't say that, but she bites her tongue. She just looks.
And Ricky would know exactly what her sister was thinking and roll her eyes and giggle at her sister.
Awesome.
The two will follow, of course.
Of course.
They lead all 4 of you to what appears to be some kind of dressed up muscular figure, and that would be Zuturk. And he says, "Please, sir, follow me. The king has summoned you and is ready to speak with you."
Okay. Zuchuk just shrugged his shoulders like he doesn't care and just follow the person.
Okay. Hey.
Oh my god.
The
Fuck up, fridge. Sorry, not you. The fridge.
The butler leads all of you into a library, where there are a couple guards standing around. And he motions for you guys to take a seat at a table that has 6 to 8 chairs.
When Melanie first comes in and like they're presented to the king, she would have dropped into a lower seat.
You do not actually see the king yet.
Oh no?
What's up?
Okay. Never mind. She would then, go take a seat. And Brown and her companion. The others that had been coming there.
Okay, you do so, and I assume everyone else is going to be seated as well.
Drask will sit politely, take the staff and set it beside him, leaning against the table as he looks in front of him, hoping there's a glass of tea there for him, a small cup.
Okay. You do not see anything at the moment, but the butler says, "No worries, sir. I will be bringing refreshments for you all.
I'm going to look over at this man as he says this, and I'm going to stare into his eyes. What do they look like?
He has as as bright blue eyes. They appear really deep, almost as if you were looking into the depths of an ocean.
Just taking note of that, I'm going to look over at the lady that I was speaking with before, and to the other two elves, and I'm just going to nod my head towards him and try and be discreet, but give them the indication that somebody needs to keep an eye on him.
Okay. Very well. Oh, so everyone sits at the table, and you see what obviously is a human and king come in. He's quite adorningly robed. The robes appear to be made of the finest elven silk. So obviously his kingdom has some trade going on with the elves.
If I sell that on the black market, I would get 2,000. Yeah.
As Melanie sees what appears to obviously be the king coming in, she will stand up and prepare to curtsy, basically, as a greeting.
I'm gonna calculate his robes, how to sell it, just in my mind.
Okay, you're glancing him over pretty good. And just so you know, Mary and Ambershade, you are both still on screen sharing.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So the king looks over all of you, says as greetings, I am Urtag. I have called you here tonight for the protection of my daughter. You see, there is an evil hag that has placed the kingdom under a curse. And it is said that the princess will prick her finger on a spinning wheel by the end of the strokes of midnight. On tonight. We have outlawed all spinning wheels, all tailors, as we import our clothes. But I fear that this hag will use magical means to bring about this curse.
So you said she's gonna plug her finger into the spinning wheel, right?
Yes, that seems to be what will trigger this curse, into which the princess will fall asleep, and the rest of the kingdom will follow.
Well, first we need to make metallic hands, gloves first.
Is that everyone in the kingdom or part of the kingdom? For example, I'm just traveling through.
We are unsure. My impression would be anyone who's in the kingdom at the time. So the mission that I wish to have you guys undertake is to prevent this from occurring in the first place.
Well, a curse of that level is no easy task. You have somebody that exceptionally adept among us who could keep an eye out for people capable of
such feats?
Well, I know some curses, but this one is not mine.
Do you have anyone assigned to stay with the princess? Keep an eye on.
The princess does have a personal guard as well as a handmaiden, but we fear that something will intervene and pull her off to being by herself. And this is why I've asked for you fine folk. Having heard of previous adventures, I am quite certain and you all are able to handle this.
Well, babysitting isn't that much hard for me. I'm quite experienced with that.
Oh, excuse me.
What exactly is cursed? The elf with the hood up will blurt out.
We believe the curse is actually on the princess herself.
May I see her? I have an eye for this sort of thing.
Says, yes, I will be introducing all of you to the princess shortly. And if you guys, and ladies, accept a task, you'll be guarding her the evening. However, being her 16th birthday party, and it is quite important for her to find a suitable suitor. I do ask you
No, messenger, no.
some discreet methods. It's so that she may mingle among her guests.
Messenger, stop thinking about it.
What?
I want to know what you're thinking about because I'm thinking about it too.
No, I just have the. No.
Stop lying, Messenger. Me and you have the same mind now.
I'm a simple man. When I see opportunity, I take it.
Now, that's my lie too.
Well done.
I'll speak up and be like, is there anything else about this kind, like any details about her? Does she have a name that is known?
She is known as a Princess Aurora, although most of her friends call her Dawn.
The hag is called Princess Aurora?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Adam.
So
close.
My daughter.
Okay. Now I just kind of smiled, like, oh, sorry.
We have not learned the identity of this hag. Although I believe it had something to do with my dearly departed wife.
Oh, so you're a widow.
Point. Sorry.
Yes, I am. My wife has died during childbirth. And it was not an easy time for me or my daughter.
My apologies. I didn't want to be direct, but my job needs to be direct sometimes.
The reason why I ask is I know a spell in which I can hear thoughts, so I can utilize that to see if I can discern any unwanted or undesirable characters.
Yes, that will be much appreciated if you look over the crowd when the princess makes her appearance. If if, if the party is successful in preventing this, is I shall offer 1,000 gold pieces each.
Ooh, 1,000.
Well, money isn't important to me, so it's not a problem to do the job. But is there anything, as information or some book for more direct approach?
Ah,
I mean, if it's possible.
information, the book, you say? Well, we
Yes.
do have a rather fine library. As you can see, this is only a public reading room. Um, I shall definitely, if you are successful, make arrangements for you to visit the rest of the library.
Then that's my payment. Thank you very much.
Well, you have a task for us.
Hold on, guys. I'll be right back.
I'm going to take it. I don't know about these others, but I do require payment for any services rendered. Magic isn't cheap these days.
I know,
Yes,
brother. I know.
yes. As I said, 1,000 gold pieces each, each, and that's sufficient for a simple task of guarding the princess. If there are other expenses, I will cover them as well.
Ooh, then I'm definitely interested in this job of yours, King. I think all that's left is to direct me to where she will be most of the evening. I'm assuming out there where the ball was happening.
Yes,
One of those
and
things.
as I will be introducing you to her privately, and then she will be most likely dancing the way.
He nods and reaches over and pulls the staff back as he just kind of leans back in his chair, looking at the table that is still empty in front of him, upset that he hasn't gotten his tea yet. He just looks at me and nods.
Yeah.
1,000 gold instead of tea works for me.
It's my aisles, and about this time, the butler is bringing in goblets and pitchers, and you see there are some tea, there some wine, and he offers all of you goblets and pours whatever drink that he has that you wish.
Boing!
And he hands an entire bottle to the king that's obviously been unopened. And the king opens it, pours himself a drink, and starts to sip on it.
So this hag, did you have any information about her? I mean,
Well, I've only seen her once myself, and that was as and the curse was late. She appeared just an elderly woman, and in turn on rags, but her voice sounded strange, almost otherworldly.
Okay, I'm gonna keep that in mind. Is there? You said she have her guardians, Iron Maidens, something. If I heard correctly.
Yes, she has a handmaiden. They've been friends since they were very young girls.
Mm-hmm. And is she around her all the time?
Yes, as almost all the time. She'll return to her home in the late evening hours after the princess is ready to retire. And then she arrives first thing in the morning, and almost before the princess is even awake. But we've never had any issues with her. She's been a very good friend to my daughter.
Well, we're just trying to take in any known possibilities. Because sometimes closest one's suicide trace.
Yes, uh, you know, Melanie, from your family being upper class, it is pretty common for a handmaiden to be selected uh, by the family and brought up almost as sisters of the nobility.
Oh yeah, she knows she had one, but it's still one of the things that like it may not be typical of handmaidens, but like she can list a handful of people who she grew up with, who were close to her, who had a shitty past in the end.
I'm going to look over across the table at the two elf sisters. At least that's the best he can guess from only being able to see one of them's ears. And he'll look over and just say, "What if you two make of all of this? What's your take?"
My character would lean over and whisper in her sister's ear.
Uh,
My sister says that she has magics that will let her see what the curse.
Oh, you mean like magic eye?
Whether or not she can remove it.
So your sister can see through illusions?
She nods.
But you can't remove it.
She shakes her head.
Well, then I,
She would speak up in a very sheepish tone. I need to see her.
the king says, yes, come along, or we shall introduce you to the princess, all of you.
alrighty.
And you, as he stands, you see two guards come to his side, and they motion in for you to fall in behind them.
And of course, the half orcs are right behind me, and that soldier background of his falling, making him fall into formation more or less.
Okay. And so, are you following as well?
Who, me?
No, I was asking Dylan about his character, but it looked like he dropped.
While we walk, I'm gonna notice another elf who has the same color as me. I'm gonna come to her like slowly. Nice color. Nice taste.
Hello?
welcome back.
Sorry, my hangout thing said that I was removed from the call, which was real.
Yeah. No, no problem. So you guys follow the king and messenger. You make a comment to a noble who just kind of
I meant
eyes
to
you
Melanie.
and keeps moving
I meant to
on
Melanie.
down. So,
And I meant to Noble to Melanie.
Oh shit. My bad.
Because you had the red clothes as me.
She stole your outfit, messenger.
Sorry.
Always.
Just
Way
smiles.
She's stalking you, messenger. What you gonna do about it?
Well, it's the little details that are vital. Little things make big things happen.
Okay, that went way too far downhill in my mind.
okay,
If you know what I'm
so
talking about.
the king leads you got eyes to what appears to be private chambers. And outside of these chambers, you will see there are 6 guards.
Mm-hmm.
And they look at the king, bow and open up the door. And as the king leads you inside, you will see a very beautiful woman in a light blue dress, very young, with beautiful blonde hair, and as a tiara, and she is talking to what appears to be her handmaiden, who is dressed in simple old clothes and appears not to be planning on attending the party. And the king will speak, says, Aurora, dear, we have some visitors who wish to make your acquaintance. Come here, child. And the blonde will turn, look at you all with its beautiful green eyes, almost the color of jade.
Melanie will give the same kind of respectful curtsy to greet the princess.
And Drask will bow politely to the princess and then take the end of his staff and just lightly tap the calf of Ace. And kind of eyeball her and kind of look towards the princess as if trying to hint at something.
Okay. The princess greets you all. Says, yes, father. Who might our visitors be? And why do they wish to meet me? Father says, I have hired them for your protection, dear. After all, you know of the curse.
I am Drask, Wizard of the Red Cloth.
Well, it is a pleasure to meet you, Drask.
I didn't actually catch the rest of these people's names. Some of them seem alright.
Melanie will speak up and be like, I'm Melanie Belru of nowhere. Yeah, nowhere. She don't have a home.
Wow. Wow. She don't have a home.
It's just like she goes to say that and she's like, I'm not going to identify myself as Rubus anymore. Yeah.
The king looks up as you introduce yourself, says, Belru. I believe there was a lady passed through her a long time ago. Oh, Yosemite? I believe her name was.
How
It's
long
been-
ago was this?
It was when I was but a child.
Okay, because she's like in her head going, is he talking about my little sister or my older sister or my grandma? Okay, if he was a kid, it was grandma.
Yes, I remember her fondly. She told me a story once. I can't remember it now. It's been far too long. But I remember that it impressed me.
She was magnificent in her storytelling, definitely. I have a fairy dragon to prove that.
Yes, speaking of which, where is Bubble Snort? He's been awful quiet.
He's clearly off scouting ahead wherever the party is. Because Melanie, why is she out by herself at the moment? Yeah, he's totally out scouting for something. Their next adventure job, because she was just hanging out in the town, playing music when this leaflet came along saying, the king has summoned you, come do a job. And so it's like, oh, sure. And so, yeah, Osnart will obviously use his magical sensing power of where is Malene and find her, but yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, and so the king is kind of leaving you guys to talk with the princess, although he's still standing nearby. Just kind of watching how you interact with her, and kind of trying to judge whether you guys will protect her or not.
Melanie, as she's kind of introducing herself to the princess and I guess conversing a little bit with her, she, is the handmaiden still in the room? Because she's kind of a little baffled because it sounded like the handmaiden was supposed to be at the ball, but if she was dressed not for the ball, seems a little odd.
Yes, you see the handmaiden is still in the room, and the princess tells you that Siva will not be attending the ball. That her job requires her to remain in the chambers and make sure that the bed chambers are safe.
Inside of 14?
And
you believe her.
You believe the princess is telling you the truth.
Okay. Of course, totally.
And is anyone else doing anything or saying anything to the princess?
I'm going.
will. Oh, after you.
I'm just going to speak up and look over at Ace. So you said you had a way to see what's going on?
Yeah, she.
Is that said out loud, or are they whispering to each other?
He's saying this out loud. He's tired of waiting. He's been waiting this entire time. Just
Ace has been chanting quietly to herself the entire time. You look over and realize that she's been chanting a spell. And then when she stops, she pauses, she looks up, and she says a final word, and her eyes start glowing. And she's looking at the small child, and she casts Detect Magic as a ritual.
You do not sense any strong magic. However, there is a faint trace of it on the princess. Almost as if some kind of spell had been cast on her long ago.
She'll close her eyes a little bit and like take a deep breath, and when she opens her eyes are glowing even brighter, and she's trying to see what school of magic it is.
You believe it is an enchantment?
Shit.
And it definitely gives you the feel of a spell of slumber. And you
A sleeping spell? Nowadays, really good at that now.
you also get kind of the feeling that it wasn't just a spell but a curse laid on the princess.
She'd stop and she'd close her eyes and hold her face, panting, and then she'd look up. Do you have a library? And she'll say in a weak tone.
The king says, yes, if you wish, I shall take you there. However, I think it would be good for some of you, if not all of you, to remain with the princess as she attends her party.
Oh, Melanie.
I'll be.
Melanie's already planning on tailing the princess if she wasn't assigned to her necessarily. She'd just always keep her within 30 feet.
I have one question. I don't know, for princess or for king. What is your schedule? You dance with anyone, or you have a preference?
The princess says, well, I must do my duty and dance with those who ask. However, there is a young man by the name of Gaston that I believe will be attending tonight.
Oh, goodness, I'm sorry, I wasn't mute. He's a pig!
Epic fail, Melanie.
Okay. I'm just trying to.
I do know he has a rather rough reputation for being persuasive with the ladies.
I understand that, yeah.
However,
oh, honey.
I feel it's often more to a man than meets the eyes.
Malik just kind of chuckles as she thinks about Kamaris.
Okay.
Dylan had something, and then I've got something after that.
I'm gonna stay close to you. I think I have a plan. So just in case, I'm gonna be near, 10 feet of her.
Okay. And what is Soter going to do? Is he gonna be near the princess and some of his companions, or is he going to go to the library with the two elves?
He's going to stay near the princess, but he bows in front of her, introduce her, saying that I'm Zoto. I've been traveling lands far and wide, and he lost his family when he was, no, he doesn't know his family when he was little, and he's been traveling since he was after he left his orphan family. So since he was 6 or 7 years old.
Okay.
And now he's 47.
As you're talking to the princess, she looks at you a little bit strangely, because you don't give quite the appearance of a typical barbarian, and she can't quite place, as you're telling her this, if it's because you haven't been raised around her, shelves, or if there's something else going on.
He just shrugs and stays about 15 feet close to her, not staying as close as the messenger is, but a little bit further away, not getting too close to her and all that.
The princess, if you see darkness and you hear Vex, no worries. I can create darkness. So if anything happens, I can remove you from the ball. So don't be scared.
She says I'm not scared. I think my father is more worried about it than I am.
Just in case.
After all, surrounded among all my friends and the guards and the nobility, it would be a hard task indeed for any one person to come and bother me unless I wished it.
Just in case, you never know.
As that's done, I will cast a Dispel Magic on the girl.
Okay. You
think we didn't try that already?
you try to do so, and you get a slight tingle, or almost as if you're hitting in some kind of resistance to your spell. And you know this is feeling. This often happens when a mage or a wizard of lesser status goes up against someone who's more powerful than they are. And usually it's a battle of wills. However, without the hag that you believe has placed this curse here, there's nothing for you to particularly battle.
Okay.
And about this time, the king motions for the two elf sisters and says, I shall lead you to the library now. Out. And he takes you up into a very large hall that just filled books upon shelves and shelves of books, scrolls, papers, and asks, what kind of book or reference are you seeking? Perhaps I can lessen your search.
I'm actually looking for spell tomes.
Spell tomes, you say. Well, we don't have much in the way of that. However, we do have a small section, and he leads you towards the back. It appears that these are older books, not commonly looked at. You see some of them are covered in dust. So perhaps you'll find what you need among these.
Perhaps.
And tell me specifically what you're looking for, and then we'll do some kind of investigation type.
It's a third level spell. I don't have it, but I can learn it. So I'm trying to look for a remove curse.
Okay. Alright. So go ahead, give me an investigation check, and we'll see what we find.
Okay.
What dress does Princess have?
Make it green. They'll clash together.
I mean, I can change my clothes instantly. That's not a problem, but.
The princess
Wow,
is in a
really?
light blue dress.
No!
16 total.
Okay.
Does the dress go back and forth between blue and pink? Like one moment it looks blue, but then she shifts and it's pink.
No, it does not yet.
Yet.
But
Okay.
very nice dress.
Looking through these tomes, you do not see any spell or ritual for removing a curse. However, you do see some notes scribbled or talking about curses and how some of them can be removed by true love's kiss.
She gags a little but closes the book and takes it with her.
Man messenger, you better be able to BS that real good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just stretch a little.
Solid.
Oh god.
Okay.
Do you believe it? Because if you don't believe the magic, sure ain't gonna believe it.
Oh, I believe it.
Ace is secretly Merlin, so there's the spoiler.
So anybody.
So you take the book with you and you rejoin your companions downstairs where the princess has taken to her dancing and she is currently dancing with a very handsome young human male. Seems to be around her age.
Inside of 16, does Melanie think he's a suitable match?
I give him a 2.
Does she, are his intentions true?
No. I give him a 2 out of a 500.
Yeah, this is American talent right now.
You are unsure of his intentions. However, he does seem to be of nobility, perhaps of a neighboring kingdom. And he actually has embedded on his clothes what appears to be the symbol of a red dragon.
I'm gonna look at monitoring his hands. Where is he having those hands near her?
Wow, really messenger.
Being in a typical waltz, he has one arm around her waist and one hand in her hand. And they appear to be dancing, and she has her head on his shoulder, and they appear to be conversing politely.
Still gonna watch the hands.
Really messenger.
Hey, you never know. He may have a dagger. You never know.
Wow. I think me and you could be brothers, like in real life. Okay, off topic here. I'll just look at him and try to remember where I saw the red dragon symbol before.
Okay. Give me some kind of history check.
History check. Okay, let me go back to my PDF file. I was actually on an app. Reading and listening and doing all this. I'm doing 5 things at once. Okay, my history. What history? What's that supposed to be at?
It's a D20 plus your modifier under your skills.
A modifier. What is it supposed to be? My wisdom?
It's the skill called history.
Oh, do I even have history?
It's intelligent based. So basically
Oh,
roll d20 plus your int modifier.
oh, I just subtracted because I don't have intelligent. I'm dumb. Altogether I got a 4.
You do know you've seen the symbol before, but
It
you
doesn't.
do not remember where you've seen it.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Oh god.
Who has the best eyes in our group?
Not me. Not me for now. It looks like.
So you guys are watching the princess as she dances. And everyone give me a perception check.
Perception check.
Let me see. Perception. Okay.
So what is that? A D20?
Yes,
I got a 5.
I got a
a
3.
D20 plus your perception modifier, which is under your skills.
I got a 3. So
Okay.
I'm currently
Okay.
looking at the staff that I'm holding.
Yes.
I'm looking at the dress.
Passive wisdom. Possessive modifier, which is my what again? Under my skills,
Whatever
what?
numbers by your perception skill.
Perception skill. Not my passive wisdom.
No. Oh, as we said, it's whatever number is by your perception skill.
That's what I'm trying to find here.
What is your wisdom modifier?
Oh, wisdom modifier +1. So,
So
I
roll
made a
d20
20.
plus 1.
Okay.
Unless he's proficient in
If he's
perception.
proficient, then he can add on an extra 2 or 3 points to it.
I rolled and got a 20.
Nice.
Okay, natural 20, and both Ricky and Ace would see this as well. So Zoltar, Ricky, and Ace, you know that it's that elven woman that you guys have been talking to, who is watching the princess rather closely. And it appears they are also watching the young man she's dancing with, almost as if they're trying to determine whether it's a suitable match.
I could see Melanie. Sorry, not to interrupt, but I could see her maybe conversing with a few people there, like workers, people passing around, trades food, and just like, do you know that gentleman?
Yes. One of the servants says, yes, I believe his name is Prince Uthar. Or I believe of the family Pendragon.
Like the dragon. Okay, let's see. What does she know of this family? 14. Does she know anything about this family?
You do know the Pendragons are rulers of a kingdom over the seas that was said to be a
Hold on.
very war nation at the obviously the prince was sent to make an alliance with this kingdom, and also being of upper birth, you know, often these alliances are sealed with arranged marriages. But it seems that the king has only arranged for them to meet and talk together.
Yep. She'll just keep her eye on the princess still, just because if that princess goes anywhere, she's gonna be on top of that, hopefully.
Okay. So what is Ace and Vicky doing as they notice this elven woman eyeing the princess and the man that she is dancing with? And Tina, you guys are muted.
Hey, sorry. Can you repeat the question? You're breaking up really bad.
Okay, I was asking what you guys were doing as you noticed the elven woman you have been talking to earlier is pretty much staring at the princess and the young man she's dancing with.
We're just basically observing everything that's going on and just trying not to keep to ourselves as much as possible right now.
Sorry for.
Okay. And what is the messenger going to do?
So that elven lady, that's Esmeralda, or?
Yes, that would be Esmeralda.
Well, I'm gonna go close to her and shall we dance?
Darling, it is about time you asked. And she takes you by the hand, leads you out on the floor, really close to the princess and the nobleman she's dancing with. And you start to waltz with her.
I got her, guys, don't worry. I'm trying, if I remember right, when I met her, she had like a very exquisite necklace, right? Or
Yeah, some necklaces. A necklace looks like some earrings and some kind of hair piece. It's not like a tiara, almost like you would think a brooch pinning a cake, but hers is jewelry, and it seems to be pinning her hair up.
While we dance, can I try to investigate or arcana check something about this brooch?
Sure, you can give me either investigation or arcana checks.
Sure, let me see. Arcana -1, investigation -1, same thing. Okay. So, 4.
And what were you rolling, arcana or investigation?
Investigation.
You know they are very expensive, although you can't tell for sure if they are fake or original gemstones.
Okay, I'm gonna keep dancing with her and trying to, just in case, not to get too close to Princess.
I will spend 10 minutes casting Detect Magic, a safe distance away from those dancing on the floor, and I'm just going to take a cursory glance over the dance floor and see what I can see with my improved vision.
Okay, you managed to do so, and you do not see anything on the dance ants floor. However, off to your right, there's a hallway, and you sense a slight tingle of magic.
So nobody on the dance floor actually showed any bright lights of any magical nature, right?
No.
So I'm going to look at this hallway and try to sense what I saw before out of the corner of my eye.
You can't really place it, but you definitely sense some kind of magical presence, either in that hallway or wherever the hallway leads to.
So I'm going to motion over to Melanie and start heading down that hallway.
Okay.
She'll see this and kind of want to go that way, but she's hesitant because, like, she wants to stay with the princess, but then she sees her other companion out on the dance floor pretty close by, and it's like, and turns and goes and follows.
Okay. You also would notice that two elves are keeping an eye on the princess as well.
The stiffs. Oh, hoink.
Yeah. So as the two of you who approach this hallway, you first off notice rather strangely none of the servants seem to be walking down this hallway.
Melanie's gonna definitely be keeping an eye open, and as she catches up, she'll kind of make mention like, "Oh, what do you need?"
There's something magical down here. I'm not sure what it is, but it could be the source of something nefarious. So I definitely need some help.
Oh. Okay. Melanie, hearing that, she is then going to kind of run her hands in front of her and just kind of mutter, "There's some more," and she's casting detect magic. She's going to look about, and as they kind of walk along, just kind of as she's
So
looking.
I've got it up for 10 minutes.
Never mind.
I've got it up.
She clearly would have noticed that and be like, and about to, and be like, "Oh, right, you got that." And so she'll just kind of keep an eye out for anything that seems out of place.
Yeah.
So let's do an investigation check.
As you walk down this hallway, you find yourselves approaching a wooden door, and on the other side of the door, you can hear the sounds of quiet sobbing.
Quiet sobbing.
Okay. 19 got a Melanie got 19. 19 got a Melanie. What the hey, Mary? But Melanie got 19 on her investigation check.
Investigation.
Yeah,
okay.
just guys. So I guess we hear this.
You listen really closely, and it sounds almost as if a young female child is crying.
And we're gonna follow this noise and totally go in and take a peek and see what's up.
Yeah, I'll go in first.
Sorry.
Okay,
What are you laughing at?
Take a
the
peek.
two of you who open up the door, and on the other side, you see a young, human and child, or female.
Does she look familiar?
She is roughly 8 years old, and no, don't recognize her.
Okay. Mike,
But
I was guessing it was going to be the handmaid, but
she appears to be looking in a pool of water.
pool of water?
Yes, and as you look round, you see you're in a garden, and she appears to be staring at her reflection and possibly a lily that's floating on the water.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
Um,
is she Blair Witching or?
girl, why are you crying?
She looks up and starts making some gestures with her hands, and she
They
opens
look like
her.
magical gestures.
No,
Okay.
she opens her mouth like she's trying to say something, and no words come out.
I know this character, but I don't. Just she reminds me of a past character of mine. But anyways, she'll look over at her companion, just kind of like look to him like, "Can you explain this? Is there something magical?
Do I see
What's
anything
going
magical?
on?" Cat, what do you want?
Is she glowing at all?
She's
glowing with water.
She does
you
have
have,
a slight glow to her, and if you look really close, you notice her eyes are kind of oddly shaped. And
What color is glowing from him?
it is a golden light. Like, and you typically would assume this with if some kind of a creature that is beneficial in nature.
I'll kind of pull Melanie's ear to my mouth as I whisper in her ear, some sort of fae. I don't know much else other than that. I would be careful if we approach much closer. And I'll just kind of stand back and kind of get my staff ready and look at her and then look at the pool. Is the pool glowing as well? Before this is about to drop, I'm sure. So I want to know if that pool is magical as well.
No, the pool is not glowing.
Alright, so Melanie, seeing the upset child Faye thing, she's going to just sit down and pull out her her platinum lyre and just kind of start plucking away and humming a tune, and basically is casting calm emotions. Or I think that is that really what I want to cast? I think so, because that will help hopefully calm her, maybe. I do not have the spell book in front of me, so I cannot look it up for its specifics.
You managed to do so, and she quits crying, and although she does seem a little bit frustrated that she's not able to talk with you, or that you're not understanding her gesture.
Okay. With her calm, and if she's looking frustrated about not being able to speak, she will ask her, like, in hopes that she might be able to at least understand her, and she'll say, just nod your head yes or no. Are you hurt?
She shakes her head and no. Kind of gives you a questioning look and points to her throat. Then points inside. And
Are
You
you?
can kind of piece together that she wants to be part of what's going on, but doesn't really feel welcome because she's unable to talk.
And that's Melanie seeing like this gesture. She's just gonna go on and ask like, "Are you mute?"
She nods her head yes.
I'll hand her a pen and a piece of paper. Maybe this will help you. I don't know if you can write, but if you can, perhaps you can tell us what your problem is, and we'll see what we can do to help.
She scribbles on the paper, hands it back to you, and it says that no one plays with her because she can't talk to them.
Melanie just kind of gives a soft smile and is like, "Well, perhaps it's their loss that they're not willing to listen like you."
She smiles and she's listening to your music and she comes up kind of sits by you. Oh, sticks out her finger, plucks one of the strings on your lyre, which is totally our place of the music you're playing.
She'll also like make sure.
Giggles.
She'll also like make sure that it's like, just don't touch this one because like we don't want the blade coming out and skewering somebody.
So
Hey,
while
I don't know
this
what
is
kind of
going
weapons.
on, the waltz has ended, and the princess whispers something into the young man's answer. He smiles, nods, and then she goes to dance with an older gentleman. And for the next song,
Um,
what is Zota, Egg, the messenger, and the two elves going to do?
I'm gonna ask
Where
one of
is
the.
Zotek? Where is Zotek anyways? Is he still near the princess?
You would be standing somewhat nearby, just kind of watching her dance.
What is it? Can I do another wisdom roll or intelligence check to try to figure out where you see the red dragon?
Wisdom.
Sure,
Yeah.
you could try again to place it.
I'm going to try if I epically fail again. Roll D1. Okay. Let me try to open up my app. If it will let me move.
So he smiled. Did we see that? The young boy.
Yeah, you would have seen that. You've been paying pretty close attention, and Esmeralda's kind of disappointed, but at the same time, she's been watching them too.
So a good, nice idea, but I can't do it. Oh. Well, that's too much work, Amy. I'm gonna ask one of the sisters, can one of them follow the young man?
Wait, that would be a D20, right?
Yes.
Okay, I rolled a 20, so altogether 21.
Okay, you finally remember where you've seen it in a kingdom across the seas, where you did a bunch of your travels, and you know it is the noble clan Pendragons that are said to be unique or uniting the clans of that realm. To drive out some orcs that have been invading.
Okay. What should he do now? No, is he a good guy?
You do not know oh, the family in particular, so you don't know what their intentions are. Other, other than it's pretty obvious that he's interested in the princess.
I have an
Yeah,
idea. But yeah, you continue. No worries. Continue.
I'm taking so long tonight.
Um, Corey has something
So,
of the elves, I think.
Yeah, what was
because
that?
I'm
Yes, he was getting ready to ask something of either Ace or Ricky.
Yeah, I was trying to. I was trying to ask one of the sisters who can one of them follow the young man.
Ace will look to her sister, grab her hand, she'll bow her head, she'll start muttering really quickly. She'll make a quick motion with her hand, and her sister will disappear, and you'll see that Ace will look like she lets go of somebody's hand. You.
I have an idea.
Awesome.
It's gonna be a funny one, but I got an idea. And
Messenger, I'm afraid of your idea.
I know, same here. This can either be a treason or this can be something good. You'll see. And I'm gonna go to the Esmeralda. I'm gonna ask, like, well, that was nice. I couldn't happen to notice that you have like very nice brooch. And I traveled very far, and I didn't even notice this beauty from my travels.
She goes, it's not often seen, darling, outside of our land. But thank you, it's quite beautiful. My mother gave it to me.
Oh, your mother. I believe she was a nice lady then.
She was a bit stern, but fair.
I happen to notice, if I am not rude, that you were quite perceiving the young couple there dancing.
She goes, yes, yes. After all, I am an ally of the kingdom, and must make sure if the princess is to red, that her suitor is suitable and will continue the kingdom's traditions.
Oh, that relieves me. I thought like I was bad. Oh, okay. I'm gonna give you some time to recuperate yourself. I'm gonna go around monitoring other people.
Okay.
Let me see. Do you need perception or?
You're walking among the crowd, just kind of looking them over, making sure nothing seems out of place. And you notice you have not seen Drask and Melanie for a while.
Are they a couple or not? I don't know. They may, or they just find something. I don't know. I hate leaving the job here. I'm gonna keep monitoring the princess, and if anyone calls me, I'm gonna
you
come.
look around, you do not see the princess on the dance floor.
Oh, snap.
No! No! I
Okay.
put you guys in charge!
It's time to drastic measures.
Messenger,
Where's my spell book?
you suck. Messenger, you suck. No, I'm kidding.
I rolled 19 on perception, so that just you know.
You don't see anything out of the ordinary other than it appears the princess is gone.
Melanie can detect thoughts. Find her.
I'm gonna ask Esmeralda, where's Princess?
We suck at our job.
Darling, I don't know. I was watching the young man and turned my eyes off the princess for a mere moment when they quit dancing.
Where went the young prince, the young man?
He is standing there talking to some other ladies and some other young men.
Oh, he's mine now. I'm gonna I'm gonna keep an eye on him. Not even for a second leave an eye out of him. Just keep an eye on him. You others, you can
Okay,
go search. He's mine. I mark him.
Okay. You mark your territory on him?
No. I'm gonna cast something, but not yet. Not yet. Yeah, I'm gonna cast something.
Oh, speaking of marking your territory, hey Coco, how you doing, dog?
So, okay, you were watching the princess pretty closely, and you seen in her walking in amongst the crowd out, and someone had passed by you, blocking your vision, and for just a brief second, and when you look back up, you no longer see the princess. Almost as if she's vanished in thin air.
What you do?
Ace is gonna shout out. She's gonna yell, "Guards, the princess is gone!"
You say this, and all the guards start clambering about, trying to find where the princess went to.
I will follow Messenger and keep an eye on the prince or whatever the dragon do.
Okay. What is Melanie and Drask doing as you hear these shouts for guards coming from behind you?
She plucks like this awful cord, just like, what? And just stands up like, we gotta go, and dismisses herself like in a big rush and whatnot. And it will like start walking out, grabbing Drask on the way, and just like, you gotta be kidding me! Like, 5 minutes, 5 minutes.
I know, right? And I'll pick the girl up and put her on my shoulders and let her come with me.
Aww.
Okay, you do so. It's a little bit of a strain and trying to carry her and move fast as well. But you manage to do so, and you come back into the room where everyone was dancing and people look confused. And there's guards searching all about.
I'll tell her to watch her head around the doorways and all that. Once I'm out into the view, I'm going to shout, 5 minutes, we leave you alone, and I can't even keep your eyes on a little girl long enough to get us some easy cash. Ugh, incompetent.
I had my hands full.
What is Ricky doing as she's having a, a shout out, sees everyone looking in confusion.
Well, I'm still invisible, so I'm just trying to stay where I won't be like ran over by people in the confusion. Basically.
My character is actually going to try to shout out over the crowd too. Ricky, look on the floor where she was.
I was
Look for a door. Use your
are y'all
elven
twins or something?
senses.
What your elven eyes sees.
I was going to suggest that like one of y'all could like, do y'all have something to like backtrack or tracker or something like that? Like
No, that
track
was
those
your job.
footsteps or shadows?
That was your job. We were taking care of something else. 5
Who,
minutes.
me?
Stomps his foot and slams his staff on the ground, and he's clearly pissed off. He's looking at you very angrily, and then looks over at the elf, and realizes that you've not only lost the little girl, but you've lost the sister of this elf as well. He just shakes his head.
I'm not looking at you guys, I'm looking at the young boy. I have no idea what you're looking at.
As you got eyes and lady is kind of trying to figure out what's going on. You look about and you notice as everyone is starting to fall asleep. And each of you can feel the fatigue, but it seems that you're resisting it.
What dice should we roll?
You don't roll all for that as.
Oh, okay.
As the primordial of balance, does Melanie get to stay awake?
No kidding, you're a bard.
And about this time, Melanie, you hear a voice. Miss Melanie, come quick!
Of course! She'll look about and just be like, come quick! We're like, yeah, come quick to me! What? We got trouble!
You look up and you see Bubble Snort is up near the private chamber where you first met the princess.
So everyone follows the bard, or
Well, she's kind of like expecting for him to come to her because it's like, yeah, we there is trouble. We need to find the princess. And
okay,
so,
but before everyone is sleeping, right?
No.
Everyone is falling asleep, and it looks like it's slowly spreading.
Oh, then I can't do that. Okay, I'm gonna follow Melanie.
Yeah, as time is a constraint here, I'm already going where they said, and just kind of stepping over people, being very polite, not wanting to step on anybody. Oh, excuse me, even though they're asleep. Trying to be polite.
Wanted to use a marker on the young prince.
And
Pop attack!
To ward him off, yeah.
And Melanie, you get an image from Bubbles, and you see as he's looking into this private chamber, that the princess is asleep on her bed.
Melanie, as she's like moving about, and suddenly this image comes to mind, just kind of freezes and focuses. And when she recognizes that the princess on the bed, she just kind of holds a hand out to whichever companion is closest to her, and just kind of goes, "The princess is in her room."
Can I say something? Why don't we split up? Two of us go to Bubble Snort or whatever his name is, and two of us go to and follow the prince or whatever.
He's
Or
sleeping.
whatever that dragon dude is. Wait, the dragon
He's
dude is
sleeping.
sleeping too?
No, the Bubble Snort. Or is there another dragon dude?
Yes, he's talking
Okay.
about the young man and the princess have been
right.
sleeping
Yeah,
with.
let's just tie
Yes,
him up.
as
Just
you
in
guys
case.
are watching, it seems like everyone except for your companions and Bubble Snow have fallen asleep.
Just in
Well-
case, we're gonna tie the young prince, just in case.
Melanie will also be kind of like, well, I guess that answers the question. Only those of this kingdom are affected by this curse.
Oh,
And
you definitely feel the fatigue,
okay.
but you think it's because you're not out of the kingdom per se.
Mm-hmm.
However, having talked with people, you know that the young man isn't of the kingdom either, and he's fast asleep.
She'll look over and seeing the messenger just
Can I?
tending to him. She'll be like, smack him.
No,
Wake him up.
I tie him up first. Tie him up, marker on his face, some words, then I can smack him.
I was about to do something to him, but that would be kind of mean.
Well, it's boring right now. I'm bored.
Well,
I was about to search through his pockets and stuff.
No, I'll leave that later.
As I'm going upstairs, I'm looking for the handmaiden.
she's under bed. Oh wait, handmaiden. Never mind.
Hey, before you're able to determine the handmaid, and everyone give me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
19.
Let me see.
Let me see myself. Hold up. Let me go to my PDF file. Okay, screw Facebook.
Hey, Jaren, what happens to me?
Depends what did you roll.
Not high enough, I'm sure.
15.
I got a 7, if you have to know the number.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh. Hold up. Let me roll because my constitution is high. So what is the dice number?
Your D20 plus your Constitution modifier.
Yeah. Let's see. So D20. What am I doing?
And in the meantime, what did... Okay, so Ricky got a 9 and Ace got a 4.
I got myself.
So what happens to us low-winders?
I got 23 altogether.
Okay, Messenger, Melanie, and Zocha, you are extremely fatigued, but you manage to stay awake. Ace, Ricky, and Drask, you fall fast asleep.
Can I please fall on my face instead of on my back on top of the child?
Sure. And she is sound asleep on top of you.
Bummer.
I got an idea.
Well, messenger.
Yes.
How do you do?
Lucky elves. That is true. Elves cannot be put magically to sleep.
Oh yeah. I forgot.
In their case, because they are elves, it's more of a trance than a natural sleep.
Okay.
Their mind suddenly wants to just chillax.
But they will have a shot before long to break it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tie the young prince and see everyone fall down and sleep. Most of my
Except
teammates,
for Melanie.
yes, except for you. I'm gonna place them in nice order just in case something happens, and leave a note. You suck. We are at the princess room.
Okay. So
Yes, drink water.
so Melanie, Zota, Egg, Urk, and the messenger are awake and heading up to the princess's room. But both notes still kind of peeking in the door, seeing the guards near him fast asleep. You look in, you see the handmaiden is standing in near a nightstand, but she seems to be kind of propped against the nightstand and fast asleep. And there is a music box open, and it's playing a soft lullaby. And it has a little of ballerina trolling as the music plays.
Should I destroy it?
Hey, messenger, stop stealing my idea.
Well, I mean, I can adjust it to play more.
No, I was going to destroy it myself.
Oh, you are the musical instrument?
No, I was going to destroy the music instrument.
Oh, you're sleeping or?
No, I'm awake.
Oh, then sure, go for it.
Okay.
And Melanie, as you hear them talking about destroying one of the princess's belongings, how are you reacting?
She'd be like, no. Actually, she would react by casting detect. Her no. Dress is asleep, right?
Yes.
Okay, she's casting detect magic with him gone to see if there's anything magical about the music box.
You're casting as a spell or as a ritual?
As a spell.
Okay.
You do get a slight sense of magic, and the magic's extremely familiar to you, and it reminds you of the spell you cast on the young girl in the alcove, who is now fast asleep on top of Drask. And you know that was your calm emotions.
Okay, that's interesting. She'll say.
Should we break it? Should we destroy it? Burn it?
Well, she's like, the strange thing is, I don't think that would be what's causing this, because the spell is what is just to calm you.
Melody, do you have a way to trace the magic?
To trace?
Yes.
Maybe, but I don't think so.
I'm gonna check Princess for any stabbing wound.
I'm gonna watch it. No, my character would not be. I want to watch to make sure his hands don't stab the princess.
Just. That's later.
Can I help you, dear messenger?
Well,
Messenger,
sure.
can I help you?
Sure, but this first.
There's really no need, because you can see her hands pretty clearly, and on her left hand it looks like she has pricked her finger on some kind of needle.
I knew it. No one would listen to have metallic gloves, but yeah. I'm gonna trying to look for a spinning wheel then.
Hey, as you guys are kind of trying to figure out
Okay.
what to do. What Ace and Ricky, give me a survival or a constitution check to break out of this trance.
What did you want us to roll again?
Survival or Constitution?
Okay. Ace got 16 and Ricky got 12.
Okay, you both snap out of it pretty easily. And even though you can't really tell where it's coming from, you hear the sounds of an old woman laughing. What would you two like to do?
Oh, well, shit. And this is as we're waking up, we're hearing the voice?
Yes.
Does it sound like it's coming from anywhere in particular, or just from like insides of our heads?
You are not sure where it's coming from, but it sounds more like it's echoing throughout the castle.
The throne room.
Can I do an investigation check out through the window?
Sure.
Okay. So that's my wisdom plus whatever my wisdom is, plus a D20.
Yes.
As
I did a D. What am I saying? I got an 18 altogether.
Okay. You're not able to piece together where the laugh is coming from, but you believe it's somewhere inside the castle.
when I wake up, is the child still on my head, passed out?
You have not woke up.
Oh.
Unfortunately, not being an elf, you have actually been put to sleep, not a trance.
Okay.
Night forever.
You have the message. I put the message from the messenger.
Never take a message from the messenger because the messenger will kill you.
Well, that's my jam. But yeah.
Melanie, you have seen the pricked finger. You know the situation's pretty much the entire kingdom is asleep, including one of your companions.
Mm-hmm. Yes, one of the...
You have this music box going,
She'll shut the lid on the music box, and she's going to continue looking about the room with her detect magic real quick to see if there's anything on the walls to indicate like a door.
Okay, as you shut the magic box, because it is magical, you've already determined that, you see something that surprises you. On top of the music box, there are some symbols on what looks to be dials.
Found them.
And looking really close, you see they appear to be musical notes.
Okay.
No,
Do does it register as magical? Yes, Mary. The whole magic box is magical. Congratulations. Okay, so
Magically delicious.
okay, so yeah, she's looking at this. She'll kind of run a thumb over them just to I don't know, feel the notes. See if they indicate like they're buttons of sorts or if there's anything.
Okay.
About
As
them.
you're and your fingers over the you see that the dials move and that different notes are appearing and you remember which notes were there, so you're able to open and close the music box.
Um.
Hmm.
Debating whether she really feels like she should keep tampering with it because right now her main thought is that maybe this hag is nearby and maybe there's a secret door in the room, and if there is, she can cast knock on it to open it. But
Can I do something?
Yes.
Okay. Ace will be sitting and I woke up, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You both did.
She'll sit up, and when she looks up, you see her eyes actually look like the same kind of eyes that an owl would have. So like the insides of her eyes are like really big. And she'll speak softly in Elven saying, "Find the witch, gouge out her eyes." And you'll see gracefully flying in through the doorway a barn owl flying in. And I'm trying to use the barn owl's senses to find where the cackling's coming from.
Okay.
and Malinae, understanding Elven, will just kind of look and be like, "Gouge out her eyes? What is that to do?"
Well, I like it.
Yeah.
And Drask ask, what race are you?
I'm half orc.
Okay, half orc. Go ahead and give me a Constitution check.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Armor Agathis before anything happens, so just to be sure.
So a nat 20 on a check.
Nice. As you were sleeping, and you experienced a dream. And in this dream, you see the underworld. And in the underworld, you see these lines littered with skulls, bones, decay. And you see what appears to be a marketplace with a bunch of night hags. They seem to be arguing over these little black creatures that look almost like a cross between a maggot and a leech. And you see some of them are eating these creatures. And your vision narrows in on one in particular that two hags are fighting over. And looking really close, you see your own face on this maggot creature. And finally, one of the night hags seems to have won the argument and takes this creature, pops it in her mouth, starts to chew and swallows. It just the sheer anger, fear, because you know that this dream aim is that creature was your soul. Oh, and as you get angry and afraid, you manage to snap yourself out of this magical slumber.
So I'm going to carefully roll the child off my head at this point and kind of wipe the sweat from my brow as it's gathered in my nightmare. He's visibly shaken for a good moment as he tries to scramble and gather his staff up and his belongings. Is the child okay? This is his first thought. He wakes up.
You look at the child, and she seems perfectly fine. I, and you gather your senses and your belongings. And you stand up. You hear some commotion from upstairs as it sounds like your companions are moving around. And this hideous laughter of an old woman that just seems to continuously echo throughout the castle.
I'm looking around for the one that the man in red had been dancing with.
Yes.
You see he is tied up on the floor.
The man in red is?
Me?
Yes, the young man that the princess was dancing with.
Oh, I was talking about the one that the man in red.
Yeah, the messenger. I think he thinks of me. Yeah, for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You do not see him.
I don't see her. I don't see
but you do hear movement from upstairs.
You got the message there. I leave a paper.
I'm going to read it, and I'm crumple it up and toss it away. And kind of assume that was the man in red. As he starts to make his way up towards the commotion, he's keeping his eyes out for any signs that might give him some indication as to what exactly happened to him. At this point, all he can remember is that terrible nightmare and bringing the child out of the hall, out of that garden.
Okay, you manage to go upstairs and you see Melanie and some of your companions are in the princess's chamber. She's asleep on the bed. Looks like her finger's been pricked with some kind of needle. The handmaiden appears to be standing up kind of propped against the nightstand. And you see Melanie is running her hands over this music box and opening, closing the lid, and listening to it play a song. And you know with your detect magic still in effect that it has a calm emotion spell on it.
No way. So he's gonna stop for a moment, and think about all of this, knowing that the spell had been cast on not it but the child. He shakes his head and shakes another nightmare out of his mind for a moment. Clearly, the thought of having to kill the child. Then he stops again for a moment and goes over to the handmaiden and tries to pick her up and looks over at Melanie. Do you mind helping me? I got an idea. It may or may not work. As I'm kind of hoisting this girl up. Clearly, I'm not very strong.
Melanie, looking over, will just put the music box on the shelf and go over and help pick up the handmaiden.
I'm gonna try and make her face land on the princesses. Try and force them to kiss.
Really?
Oh my gosh!
You guys manage to do so, and nothing happens.
I could write a love story of this.
I thought that would work. Sorry.
Why? Hang on. No. Melanie? Yeah, she's like, why are you trying to get them
I thought
to
that
kiss?
they might have been in love secretly.
Yeah.
Okay. Melanie's like not connected at all, so like, true love's just kiss might break the spell. Like, I rolled intelligence. She hasn't read any of the fairy tale stories.
So what? So we need to get every noble to kiss her now, and to make a line.
Why, guys? Why are we taking advantage of a sleeping girl? Like, seriously, this isn't just to be like.
Or someone who truly does love her should kiss her.
I'm gonna kill this laugh. It's just so irritating. I'm gonna kill anyone.
Why does it matter if it's someone that loves her? We need to find the hag that has caused the spell and destroy her.
Yes.
Like,
burn her
this
more.
thing is perverse. No offense.
Burn.
Well, but she could get a kiss from her father, and that could probably do it. I mean, there's
Do
no
what?
problem with that for a child.
Why are we
You
kissing
said
her while
from
she's
father?
asleep?
From her father? I disguise myself as the father and kiss her. The princess. Now, nothing. See? Let's find a hack.
Nothing happens. However, Melanie, your eyes turn back to the music box, and Bubbles goes, "That was a lovely song. Oh, play it for us, Miss Melanie."
Yeah, anyways, there you go.
As you play this, as you hear a slight groan coming from the bed.
A groan, as in like someone's stirring, someone's waking up, someone other than the princess? Or from the princess?
I back off from the princess.
You look at the bed, and it appears the princess is started to wake up, along with the handmaid, and who starts to struggle again, and Strask, who's still trying to hold her on top of the princess.
What do you say?
Oh no, I wasn't continuing to do that. I mean,
Yeah, I kissed
it
with
the
the
first time. I was going to let her drop.
What's
Honestly.
this? So my kiss worked in the end.
Melanie's like looking at this like, just lets the music continue to play. It's just like,
As your song continues to play, you hear the sounds of stirring coming from downstairs, and the echoes of this is old woman laughing fade.
Melanie's so confused. Like, she's looking at this music box and she's just like, okay. And clearly, something about the little buttons on the top that she pressed one on, she broke the curse.
So isn't my kiss then?
Could be the kiss. It could be a combination. But for Melanie, through her head, it's like the music was playing, everyone was asleep. She closed the box, dinked around at the top of it just by chance. Most of wanted to hear the song again, so I opened it up and wait, people are now like awake? Clearly something with the music box. Not exactly sure what, but...
And Zertag, you are still looking out the window. Oh. And you see what appears to be a beautiful human woman, almost almost a ghostly figure bathed in golden light that comes floating up to the room. It looks like it's peeking in the window or smiles at the princess. And you're muted, Dylan. And anyone else who would like can look out the window and see this as well.
Well, after I kissed her, I'm gonna back off and look at the window if it's near.
Okay, you would definitely see this Swermet ghost who looks very similar to the princess. And all of you hear a faint voice, or almost as a beautiful harmony as the music that was playing, saying, "Tell my daughter I love her." And then the figure dissolves into several golden sparks that float upwards into the sky.
He sacrificed himself.
And that is where we will end the actual session. And
That's actually just like a little haunting with like the song that I selected, where it's just like, huh? That's kind of cool at the same time.
Oh man.
So, for those who are still with us, let's go one by one and just say like one thing you liked about the session.
Super sorry
or
about
what your
that.
favorite part of the session was.
What did I miss at the end? I was talking to my family.
You basically missed is Melanie
Everything.
playing the lullaby which summoned the ghost of the princess's mother, who basically sacrificed her soul to remove the curse.
Dang, that was an awesome ending.
And then right at the end, and this ghostly figure said, to tell my daughter I love her, and dissolved into golden sparks that flew up into the sky.
Dang, that was an awesome ending.
Thank you. So
And I missed it.
let's go. And we will begin with Tori E and Tina, and what their favorite parts of the session were.
Okay, as a player, my favorite part, I'd have to say, was just, I don't know, the little scene between my character and her character where we did little secret whispering and then have her talk. That was a little bit fun. That was fun to do for sure. As a character, she would have really liked going into the library.
Okay, yeah, that was pretty awesome. How about you, Tori?
Okay, my favorite part as a player was probably what Tina said as well. Like that little like interaction between our characters was really awesome, I thought. And then my character's favorite part was when she got to be invisible.
Awesome. Okay, how about you, Dylan? What was your favorite part?
As a character, thank you for starting me off because I probably will have to leave soon. Second off, sorry about that. But I want to hear everyone else's before I sign off. Is that as for a character, I really love messing around with the messenger. He's pretty fun and all that.
Okay.
And and as a personal affection to myself as a real life person, um, same thing.
Okay. How about you, Amber?
Honestly, for the character, definitely getting to take the little girl on the adventure with him, show his soft-hearted nature and his polite ways. He wasn't willing to leave her behind because that would have been rude. Um, as a player in your game, I really enjoyed the fact that I could step back and let the other mages do the mage things, and I could have easily been in the fray if I wanted to be. Really enjoyed the back and forth with all the other characters.
Yeah, and it actually shocked me that you picked up the young girl. Oh,
I know I did too.
and
Yeah, I was surprised. I was like, huh, I don't need liability with me with whatever job we're about to do. We'll come back and play with her some more later.
That sounded so wrong.
so how about you, Corby? Or
Well,
Valerie?
it's a big change from psychedelic killer into charmer here. But it was nice for me, like dancing with the Esmeralda and trying to be nice to everyone.
Trying.
Yes, trying being. After all, you did eye up a noble.
Well, and mark him with something.
And how did I guess you would find a way to bring ropes into the one shot?
Well, it was quite hard, but I managed it.
Okay, how about you, Mary?
Oh, darn it, I thought I was muted again. My favorite part was the kitty cat, honestly. I liked how we all kind of got pulled together with this invitation. Melanie's still very curious how this king like heard about her, and because like one of the things she was gonna argue, but he mentioned like I heard about your stories, and that's why I invited you here. Was she's gonna be like, so you're you're worried about someone here possibly assisting this hag or something, but you invite like 5 to 6 random strangers to come help. Smart. But it's like, oh, he's heard our stories. But I did enjoy the cat. Like I don't know where the cat fits quite in the story, but I thought it was a very unique way of getting us all together in the first place.
And I will actually explain the cat. In the GrimmDark PDF, they give you like 20 options of ways that you can signal or that a fairy tale is starting. And one of the ways is a small animal delivers a message in the form of something natural or like a seed, etc. So that was my take on what would be suitable for inside of a town.
And to tell everyone about that, I was using the Grim Door, but I never used it. I forgot about that. I had that in my note. I had that in my notes, and I totally forgot about that. Even the Copper Jackal.
Yeah, the Copper Jackal and the GrimmDark story and backgrounds didn't actually come into play much this session. One of my favorite parts that I don't know if people noticed or not. Other than there's actually two different parts, but the first part is the mixture of the fairy tales. Obviously, the main fairy tale was A Sleeping Beauty.
Oh yeah, I was wondering where that was. I was like, this sounds freaking familiar. Where is it from? I was
That,
about to bang my head with an iron cast frying pan.
yes, were two others actually in play also. One of them was as the legend of King Arthur, with the name Pendragon and the family symbol on Uther's chest. And those who are familiar with the story, Uther was the father of King Arthur.
I'm
So
such
you
an
got
idiot.
to see his father as a younger gentleman.
Wow.
The third one is the young mute girl. Oh, in and you wouldn't have known it what story it was from, other than the fact she couldn't speak, and that was Ariel, all from The Little Mermaid as a young child.
Nuh-uh. You gotta be clapping me, really, Joan?
Nope, that's who it was.
Wow, where's that iron cast frying pan now?
Uh, the the other part I really liked, besides the interaction between the players, was when Mary recognized that the fairy tale was Sleeping Beauty, and the expression she gave on her face.
I didn't see it. I was, like I said,
It was just this, oh yeah, oh yeah, that's it, I know this story.
I get pretty animated. Like you'll probably be able to see it when you go if you go back and watch the
yeah, I probably
recap.
will. I
So,
probably,
it was a pretty awesome job. Thank you all for playing, and
no.
for our viewers, us as always, may the dice roll in your favor.